Are you looking to start a ketogenic diet? Are you looking to lose some pounds and know what took me from this to the person that you're looking right now? Are you looking to start a healthy diet? Well, I am here to tell you what you need for the keto diet and 5 reasons that you might have never heard before. So please stay tuned on this video. Hello, my name is Neyfi Del Rosario. I am a nutrition coach here in New York City. I am here to talk to you about the keto diet. You are here because you're planning to lose weight and you're planning to get in the healthiest shape that you ever been, right? So, what is the keto diet? You might hear that the keto diet is a high fat, moderate protein, low carb diet. In my opinion, the ketogenic diet is a moderate fat, moderate protein, and moderate carbohydrates. This is because when you are on a standard American diet or standard diet anywhere, you generally eat the same amount of fat that you'll be eating in the ketogenic diet. What do I mean by this? In the keto diet, instead of eating pork chops without the fat, you eat the fat that comes with the pork chop. Instead of eating chicken breast, you eat chicken thighs and pork shoulder instead of pork chops. So that's what the keto diet means to me. You don't really need too much fat for it. You don't need to eat a bottle of olive oil every day, and you don't need to be eating fat all the time, making fat bombs. All you need to do is eat the same amount of fat that you were eating before to the same amount of fat that you were eating now. Very simple diet, very simple. So what is keto? What does keto mean? So the ketogenic diet, or keto, comes from a nutritional state called nutritional ketosis. We enter nutritional ketosis every single day when we sleep, when we fast, and when we have an absence of fuel, aka absence of sugar and carbohydrates inside of our body, right? So we enter keto by not eating sugar, by sleeping and not having energy inside of us. To start keto, we basically are hacking our body to think there's no carbs anymore and that we need to use fat for fuel. This fat is converted into a special super fuel or human race fuel, whatever I call it. This is called ketones. And ketone bodies are a very powerful tool in your body because they're able to go through your brain barrier, giving you better energy. You're able to have infinity of energy because a lean person like me has about 100,000 calories inside of me at all times, and I don't get the sugar crash. I'm able to go a long time without food. I don't get food cravings, and I am feeling great all the time because I am able to think clearly and have energy at all times. I can prove it to you. Right now, I've been on a 20 something hour fast almost, and I feel great. So that is the keto diet. The word keto comes from ketones because we use ketones for fuel. So most of the time, macros look like 75% fat, 20% protein, and 5% carbohydrates. I'll make it simple for you. You eat 20 grams of net carbs per day or less. The point of the keto diet is to eat 20 grams of carbs every single day or less. That is it. If you do that every single day consistently, you're most likely going to be in a ketogenic state. For me, a person who's working out and is willing to put on muscle, and I'm trying to grow pounds of muscle right now, I eat 35%, 39% sometimes of protein, 55 to 60% of fat, and 20 grams of carb per less. Right? There are many calculators and many apps that will track your carbohydrates that you eat in a day. That is the basics of the ketogenic diet. In my opinion, you do not need a lot amount of fat because you have fat in your body. And the reason you want to start the ketogenic diet is to burn the fat that you have in your body, not to eat the fat. And the more fat you eat, the less fat you burn in your body. And the least carbs you eat, the more fat burning that you will have. Alright? So let's move on to the 5 tips that will help you burn fat. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, hit the like button, hit the subscribe now button and the notification bell because you guys don't want to miss any videos that I put up to help other people become the better version of themselves. Also, if you know someone who's trying to get healthy and trying to better their life and start a healthy diet, share this video with them, because it can be very helpful for them to learn how their body works. Also, I want to give a shout out to my best friend because she's losing pounds using the same ketogenic diet approach that I use, and she's doing great. And if you guys want a shout out, make sure you leave your success story in the comments so I can shout you out in the next video. Before I give you the 5 reasons to start the ketogenic diet, I need to let you know something that I talk about in my book all of the time, and that is having a goal. People don't tell you in the keto diet that you need to have a mentality to succeed, and that's something that is very overlooked. So you need to know where you want to go, how you want to achieve it, by what time you want to achieve it, and you have to have a reason why. And this is very important because when I started my healthy journey, I did not have a goal. I just wanted to lose weight. I went too far. I weighed 119 pounds, and then I was wondering, why am I so skinny? Because I didn't have a goal. I just kept going. I didn't have a way to measure myself, and I thought less was better. You need to have a goal and know where you want to go and how you want to look. And that is something that I talk about all the time. And if you guys want a video talking about the goals and the mentality that you need to achieve goals in life, keto diet, any diet that you guys want, let me know, because having goals is something very important. So the first reason that I want to talk about in the keto diet is quality of food. I have seen many people that I have worked with, many people that I know that follow the keto diet, they do it dirty, what they call dirty keto. Yes, dirty keto, lazy keto, whatever you call it. Keto is an opportunity for you to change your life and become the healthiest version of yourself. You only get 20 net grams of carb or less. Some people need to eat less than 15, less than 10, because you'll kick them out of ketosis because they're so sensitive to carbs. You need to look for quality of food, and I stress this and emphasize this a lot. Instead of looking for keto bread, keto cookies, keto replacement foods like keto pizza, you need to look for whole healthy foods like spinach, salmon, eggs, and chicken. Things that are made out of one ingredient, only one. You don't want those keto breads that you find in some grocery stores that are like 0 net carb breads, or you don't want to be eating keto cookies from a company. You don't want to put your health in the hands of the manufacturers that wants food to make taste better than what it is for you to buy it. You want to buy something that is made out of one ingredient. What is broccoli made out of? Broccoli. What is chicken made out of? Chicken. You want something that you know what it is, something that you can season the way that you like it and know exactly what you put in. Just by doing this in any diet that you do, no matter if it's keto, paleo, whatever, you will be healthier. You will be the healthiest person that you can be just by focusing on quality. This is the first step to become healthy in anything that you want to do. Focus on quality. Quality, quality, quality. The second thing that you need to do in keto is avoid all sugar. Sugar is your enemy here. We know that the white sugar is basically bad, really bad. And the brown sugar is also really bad. You want to avoid it. You want to avoid putting sugar in your coffee. You want to avoid sugar anywhere. You want to avoid donuts. You want to avoid those fast foods that have sugar. You want to avoid processed sugars like carbohydrates. So you want to avoid everything that has sugar in them. And some people think some sugars like molasses is healthy, or honey is healthy, or agave nectar is healthy. No, that's sugar. Sugar is sugar, and sugar is bad for you. You don't want it. You don't want it in your body because it's very inflammatory. It'll make you swollen, it will make you feel bad, it will give you a sugar crash after. You don't want to feel that. You don't want to have that, and you don't want to be unhealthy. The third thing is to limit the amount of grain. Well, avoid all grain. Do not eat grains, do not eat things, because grain are very inflammatory in your body. And one of the things that I knew that I was doing is I was eating a lot of bread, a lot of pasta, a lot of rice. I am Dominican. If you didn't notice my accent, I am a Dominican person. We grow up eating rice and beans in the Caribbean and plantains. I don't eat that anymore because it's not good for me. When I was overweight, I had a chest pain right here in the middle of my chest, right on my gallbladder area. And that was because I was eating so many processed carbohydrates, so many grains, and so many sugars. So you want to avoid things like rice, pasta, bread, wheat. You want to avoid things like potatoes, sweet potatoes, and things that have carbohydrates in them. You want to avoid all those starchy vegetables. What can you eat instead? You only get 20 carbs a day, and if you eat 3 tablespoons of oats, it's 27 grams of carbohydrates. Well, you can eat spinach. Spinach is 0.8 grams of carbohydrates per cup. You can eat watercress, which is 0.8 grams of carbohydrates per cup. You can eat a lot of things. You can eat cabbage, you can eat broccoli. Those can be your healthy source of carbohydrates. Please, please, please eat healthy carbohydrates, okay? So the third thing that I see people doing is being afraid of fat. Fat is not bad for you. Fat is lovely for you. But not all fat is created equal. You need to look for fats that are healthy for you. You need to look for fats like avocado oil, olive oil, beef tallow, bacon grease. You need to look for fats that you find in eggs. Those fats are very healthy for you because those fats are natural. You can take a fruit, an avocado, and squish it, cold press it, and take the oil out. It's very minimally processed food, oil, and you can do the same thing with olives. You can do the same thing with bacon. You can cook bacon. You get the bacon grease. That grease is very good for you. Those healthy fats are very good for your brain because your brain is made out of those fats. Fatty acids like omega-3 fatty acids, and those natural sources are full of omega-3 fatty acids. And especially seafood, you need a lot of omega-3s in your diet because your brain is made out of EPA and DHA, which is omega-3 fatty acids. You need to avoid those oils that are soybean oils, cottonseed oil. Do you eat cotton? If you don't eat cotton, why would you drink the oil? Why would you use the oil? You need to avoid vegetable oils, which has no vegetables in them, and manufacturers just call them vegetable oils because they want you to buy it, right? Don't use vegetable shortening. That's basically plastic. That's garbage. Don't use margarine. Don't use something that says I can't believe it's butter. Don't use nothing like that. That is bad for you. You want to use ghee, butter, avocado oil, and olive oil. Those healthy fats, coconut oil, those things, right? Another mistake and thing that you need to keep in mind is read the labels. When you go buy food, you need to read the label. You need to see the portion size because sometimes you pick an item and you're like, this item is great. It only has 100 calories, but you didn't notice that the serving size was 1/8 of a serving, or it was a half of a serving, and then you end up eating the whole thing, and you end up consuming 1,500 calories in one sitting, just because this food didn't tell you the serving size. Also, you need to pay attention if it has carbs, if it has all of those grains, and if it has all of those chemicals, if it has things that you don't know how to pronounce. If you're not a chemist, If you didn't go to school for science like I did, and you don't know how to pronounce the chemicals in the foods, then you need to avoid it. If it's something that you don't have in your kitchen and you don't know what it is, you need to avoid it. You can go in the supermarket and spend 2 or 3 minutes longer in each item and make sure it doesn't have all of those processed things. Avoid all those packaged things that come in a box or in a bag. You need to see if they've been enriched or if they have all of those chemicals that you don't know how to pronounce, and avoid it. Buy things that have the least ingredients possible. Okay? The fifth thing that you need to do is not be afraid of fat or salt. Fat is good for you, like I explained, and salt is not bad for you. You need salt, and if you don't eat enough salt, you're gonna get those palpitations, you're gonna get muscle cramps, and you're not gonna be having that connection between your body and your mind, because the way the neurons work is they have channels, sodium potassium channels that need a sodium and potassium barrier. And if you don't have that sodium potassium barrier to work efficiently enough, you are going to get those muscle cramps and muscle palpitations that many people have. So eat your salt, eat your fat, and avoid those carbs. So the app that I use for carbs is called Carb Manager, and it helps you keep track of all your carbs and all of the things that you use. So keep track of your carbs, eat 20 grams of carbs or less, and you should be fine. The ketogenic diet is not a fat diet. It's a diet that we have been doing for thousands and thousands of years ago, because bread and rice didn't exist a million years ago. And how do you think we got here? We just ate fat and animals that we hunted. So this is the beginner guide to starting your keto diet. And if you enjoyed this video, I want you to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I want you to spread the word with other people, share this video, and I want you to be the healthiest you can be, inspire 1 million people with the power of nutrition and keto.